Peace and blessings, Israel. Hey man, I hope you sincere, brothers and sisters, edified by this word today, man. We give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, for allowing this word to come out. And I hope you sincere, brothers and sisters, is edified by this word. Got the founder, Elder Yashiala, Milwaukee, aka Yahweh Shai, Milwaukee the Truth. And hey, listen, man. I hope y'all really edified by this word today. If y'all been following us any amount of time, y'all should know, man, that we're a very unique church, man. We're a church that's based off truth. We're a church that's based off no fucking around, excuse my French. We are ABC, Simple and Plain Camp. What we do here is we don't profess to be scholars of the Bible. What we are two brothers that know how to take life experiences and commentate with the scriptures. So we will be considered biblical sports announcers. We are able to look at what goes on in life and we can apply it to the Bible and we can commentate in a way where you could understand biblically how this thing works in life, man. And in today's world, we're gonna cover a few things. Some things happened earlier in the week to let us know that the boss is really who he is, and at any given moment he can get our attention. And man, my bro, we yeah, he got our attention, you dig? So all praises to Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Man.
Yahweh Shai.
And so in this word today, now look, we the camp, I'm not saying we the only camp out there, but we one of the few camps, man, that we put it all out there. We don't hide nothing, whether it's scandalous, whether it makes us look good or bad, we put it all out there. And in today's word, man, we're going to share with y'all exactly what goes on. We literally tell y'all what goes on in our life every Saturday. So today, man, you're going to be edified with some things that goes on in our personal lives. And my bro experienced something personal a couple days ago. And we're going to expound on that today. I kind of did a video on it, but today we're going to kind of open it up so y'all really understand what me and this bro deal with. We don't have, when you see us shuck and jive, that's just comedy that we need just to keep our sanity. Because when the camera goes off and me and my bro can go back into our lives, we still live this. But what y'all don't see on camera is, man, we're tested 24/7. We never have downtime where it's kick it, live and jive. Nah, man, we ducking and dodging 24/7. And listen, this pandemic, they letting the community, opening back up and all that. And that's cool. But see, what y'all gonna learn today, man, is life is short. It's really short. So if you think you looking for plans to do, like, you got people saying, hey man, the NBA gonna start back in July. Says who?
You might not be here in July.
So what we're gonna do to kick this word off, we're gonna name this one, when you experience a brush of death, please understand that your days are numbered, man. And the perfect scripture I'm gonna have my bro come out with, and we're gonna expound on this, is Psalms 90 verse 12.
Psalms chapter 90 verse 12, and it reads, "So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom."
This bro right here, he inadvertently speak this like all the time. All the time, man. All the time. And I used to always say, well, damn, man, like, okay, I hear him when he say it, but then when you experience a brush of death, he's experienced it, I've experienced it, and most recently, his little bro experienced a brush of death.
But way worse than anyone we ever experienced.
Yeah. And with that experience, you have to understand that your days are numbered. See, we look at brush of death from a spiritual perspective. So we looking at brushes of death with spiritual binoculars and spiritual antennas. Bro, we have to be wise on the wisest. We have to be at the wisest level. Okay, so we can move on in life knowing that our days are numbered, aka knowing that we on borrowed time, knowing that our life on this earth is scheduled to end much sooner than later. And my brother, he always said all the time, like, hey man, if the Lord allow, he always say, if the Lord allow me to see 50. He don't just say, yeah, when I get 50, dog, I'm a blah, 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 blah. He always say, if the Lord, why you say that, bro, if the Lord allow that?
Cause, man, nigga, you on borrowed time. Second to second. You could drop dead now from a heart condition you ain't know you had.
See that? Remember what happened with Marcus?
Yep.
Went to McDonald's,
Died in the bathroom, went to
See
prison,
that?
fell dead.
So, what are we saying, man? If you haven't experienced a brush of death in your life, you're fortunate, because if you've never experienced a brush of death, life is fun and games, it's barbecues, it's shits and giggles. There's nothing that have happened to make you even rethink, recalculate, reevaluate. Me and this bro, like he just said, my bro's little bro experienced a much higher level of brush of death. But compared to our brush of death, that was his was almost like this close, out of here, brush of death. So we know just off our little brushes of death that we realize our days are numbered. But when you look at Nick's, dog, it's like, okay, Lord,
he ain't playing.
What you need me to do?
Yeah, like, hey, like, okay, you got our attention, and hopefully you can keep our he can keep our attention. Hopefully we want to keep giving our attention and don't let 10 days go by and start being like, woo, that was cool, but now where the nigga at?
Now look, my brother, perfect person. Man, we got so much content, man. We bring y'all so much game that, man, we got timeless classics of real life scenarios that you can apply to the Bible. My bro said it best a while back. He said, hey, man, when the Lord gets you, and I'm paraphrasing what he said, but he said, you'll be so paranoid, right? You'll walk that thin line, and then you figure after a while, like, oh, you know what? Oh, man.
You go back to strutting.
Yeah.
You go back to strutting. And he be like, I knew you was going to do that. Just like Peter. You going to deny me 3 times. Peter said, no, I ain't.
Sure enough, what do you do?
Denied him 3 times.
So listen, man. Listen, man. What are we saying? In Psalms 90 and 12, the main point I want y'all to catch, it says, so teach us to number our days. In other words, understand, man, that you on borrowed time. If you fortunate to live 90 years old, kudos, bro. But our fear of the Lord and understanding at any given second he could cut the clock off, we ask for his wisdom so we can know how to move in these times, knowing that our days are numbered. Bro, could you imagine? And I want y'all to catch this, those that's watching. Prior to church start, my bro was getting his landscaping on with his house. Beautiful house, by the way. And he was just talking about how his grass used to be well manicured. But in a space where he's at, he was speaking about, okay, man, do I get it back well lit, manicured, which is Elvis version of getting it done, or do I do it the biblical way, but then it's gonna look kind of. So my man's was getting that together, and we was just talking, and I'm just saying to myself, just in that situation, my bro cutting the grass, I'm pulling up, man, the Lord could have been like, oh, you're out of here, just like that.
Just like that.
Hey, babe, I'm finna go out and cut the grass. Says who?
We was upstairs, and my wife just fell out.
Yeah.
And bumped her head and was laying there looking like she was dead.
See that?
And she had passed out. Like, that could have changed everything. Like,
see that? So listen, man, within a split second, y'all, things can change. Now, like I said, if you haven't experienced a brush of death, you're clueless to what we're saying right now. But I'm gonna help you out so y'all can understand what that's like.
I really never had a brush with death. Honestly, I really haven't.
Bro, I'm finna tell you mine. You know it. I just had the car accident last September. And bro, at the time, I'm on, I was telling my mom, hey, I'm about to go into the crib, I'll let you know I get drunk. And before you know it, I could kind of, like the Lord allowed me to see like a glimpse of it before it's like I wasn't able to embrace it, but I knew it was, because I'm like, before I knew it, it was like a half split second. And that chick just smacked me, dog. And I'm just waiting on the mud. I'm waiting on it to flip because it's in the winter. It's almost in the winter time, even though it's late September, but it was already flurries on the ground.
Right.
So I'm like, man. So she knocked me off the road into the creek. So I'm thinking because now I'm on grass, that mud gonna flip, but it didn't. It just kept going, and then I hit the tree. And at the time, I was in shock. I realized it happened, but I didn't know what happened.
Right.
So it's the only thing I could think of at the time, like, dude, my whole CD player was out. She knocked that out. It was in my lap. The CD player was in my lap.
Wow.
So, my whole arm and shit was off. I couldn't feel none of this, but I wasn't tripping because it happened so fast. And I was like, dog, I know in accidents like this, motherfuckers is out of there.
Right.
Dog, she was going, the report said she was going at least 60. So imagine going
running a stop sign.
Yeah.
How do you run a stop sign off a side street going 60?
Because she was already mad because it was a car in front of her going too slow. So she sped.
And went around
and kept going. Yeah, as if she was on the expressway. So, dog, that fucked me up. Now, at the time, I was so in shock that I didn't even realize what happened. So, by the time Mom's called and told you, I realized, like, okay, you know what? I'm still here.
Right, your mom was like, he said he good. He ain't even hurt that bad.
Yeah.
But he wanted me to call you because he knew you was going to understand.
Yeah. So, my thing was, bro, that, before that, I heard people be like, brush of the death. I'm like, So that was my kind of close call brush of death. I've also had brushes of death through other people, like my wife.
Right.
When her kids was attacked and her son ultimately was killed, that I told you on the phone, that shook me like. And you was a really. Now look, this was over 8 years ago, and this man right here, the first thing he told me, and I wasn't ready to receive it. But when I told him what happened with my wife's son, bro, what did you tell me?
I said, she done.
In the building. I was like, I gave you that dumb look like, nah, you was like, nah, bro, that's her. Dog, when you say, when a parent lose a child,
it's over.
It's over with.
Yeah, it's over.
And bro, guess what? You was telling the absolute truth.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
But when you said that, it kind of threw me because I'm like, well, at some point, I'm waiting for her to turn around. You was like, shit, never.
That's a scar that ain't never going.
And guess what, bro? Hey, we got the third Miller in the church. Douchebag, give me a Miller Coors. How we look?
13 and a half.
Hey, you know what? I'm going to say this point and then we're going to close it. But, bro, when you said that she was tapped out, I'm thinking like, nah, eventually, because when people die, they usually get over it. Because I'm looking at TV, because I ain't know nothing to relate to personally. So I'm basing it off the TV, like, oh, well, they seem to get it back together. Bruh, it's been 8 years, and dog, my wife ain't even began to recover. She ain't even began to, bro, she still ain't even properly mourned and grieved.
Bro, my brother is laying in a hospital bed conscious with some broke bones, and I'm fucked up.
Now see,
like,
look,
I'm in the haze from that.
And guess what?
So it's like the Lord, like, yeah, nigga, you ain't strong as you thought you was.
And guess what? That's it's funny you should say that. Because guess what, dog? My wife would love that scenario.
See, that's why I did the earlier video about mercy on my channel. Because mercy, you have to put mercy in perspective. Mercy is something that has to be looked at in perspective. Why is this mercy? It's obvious to us.
Yep.
At first, you might be angry, but if you meditate, you see real quick. You see all the mercy. It ain't nothing but mercy.
Right. And man, listen, man. Dude, we can't make none of this up. That's why you gotta tune in to the church, man. How we look, Ish? 15?
And we also have to remind ourselves that we the Israelites. Bro, if you having an easy time in America as an Israelite,
brace yourself.
Just brace yourself. Because bro, the Bible tell you we not in our place of rest. So we gonna be tormented from something.
Yeah.
We don't get to live like the other nations. We gotta have some torment going on.
Yeah, we don't get to live it up. Not on this side.
Nope.
So when we do live it up,
niggas, bro.
Yeah.
Like we literally are niggers.
Yeah.
That's what we are.
Yeah.
Like it's fucked up. Like that's what you are. It's like you can't get around it.
Right. And so look, what my bro's saying, it just goes back to what I said in the beginning of the video. When y'all see us shuck and jive, have a good time, that's for us to not go fucking crazy. Because we don't have the luxury of barbecues and ball games.
No, because the terror of the Lord is always right there.
Right, and it's
always on your shoulder.
And here's the beautiful thing for stop the video. We have kids, so his kids and my kids, they get to get to experience shits and giggles because we taking the blunt of that.
Right.
So they don't have that worry. They don't have that conscience because we on the front line. So we taking the blunt. Like we suffer for them to have any type of happiness, any type of, So we take the blunt of that. That's another part of this they don't get. We take the blunt of that. Like what you dealing with Nick, dog, you taking that for the whole house. Because you able to reel it in. Ish can sleep a little better. Sister can sleep a little better. Wife can kind of breathe a little bit. Cause guess what they understand? Oh, he gonna take the blunt of that. Because that's part of our duty.
Right.
That's part of your call.
Dog, I'm telling you, dog, you think you a man when somebody that you love so much get fucked up, you start finding out it's a lot of girl in you.
Yep, see that? That's why the Lord said, and say it one more time. I want y'all to keep
Somebody get hurt that you really, really love, you find out real quick that it's a lot of girl inside of you.
See that?
You ain't enduring like a hardened soldier.
See?
That's what the Bible said.
Yeah.
Endure hard soldier watch their friends die right there.
So
and have to keep going.
So basically what you're saying is only so long
fake thugs can pretend.
You can stop me.
You can talk all that spiritual you want.